Welcome to John Lewis 3D Learning. In this presentation, we are going to see acids, bases and salts. The topic is chemical properties of the acids, mainly reactions of acids with metals. See, already we know in the previous video lesson, we have got 7 properties. See, out of which we are going to see the first property, reaction with active metals. Reactions of acids with active metals we are going to see in this presentation. Now let's see in detail. Okay, so metals are classified into 3 categories, no? Highly reactive metal, medium reactive metal and then less reactive metal. So first of all, let us take hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. So we are going to study the properties of these 3 acids only, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acids. First let us take hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. How these 2 acids react with metals. So with highly reactive metals like sodium and potassium, these two will react very vigorously and even explosively they react. For example, potassium reacts with dilute hydrochloric. We will take both the acids and see the equations. Okay, how potassium reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. So potassium is K, hydrochloric acid is HCl. So here it is an element and this is a compound. Therefore what will happen? Single displacement reaction. So potassium will displace this hydrogen. Therefore you will get hydrogen out and separated, and potassium will take the place of hydrogen and forms potassium chloride. So potassium valency 1, chloride valency is also 1. Therefore the formula is KCl. So if you balance this one, you will get here 2 hydrogens, no? Therefore you get 2 hydrogen, and since 2 chlorine, here you will get 2 KCl. So only then chlorine becomes 2, and now the potassium becomes 2 this side, therefore we get 2K here. Okay, you got it. So this reaction takes place explosively or very vigorously. Potassium reacts with hydrochloric acid, releases hydrogen gas very vigorously, and similarly potassium reacts with sulfuric acid also. So releases that hydrogen gas very vigorously, explosively, and potassium takes its place and forms potassium sulfate. Valency of potassium is 1, sulfate is 2. Therefore when you interchange, you will get K2SO4. So if you want to balance this equation, you will get 2K here. That's it. See, all these basics already you know how to write the formula and how to balance the equation. See, simply I can write the equation, come on, this is the equation for this. But that is not learning. So what is the basic thing we learn here? When metal reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, you get metal chloride plus hydrogen. So this I have explained you very clearly when we learnt various types of chemical reactions. If you have learned them thoroughly and if you still remember and using this formula, you can write that. And we need to balance also. So think and write every equation. When you are writing, you have to think all about the basics, apply the basics and get the equation. Don't simply memorize and do it. Okay, now for sodium, you can think on your own and you can tell me. So we take both the acids. How does sodium react with dilute hydrochloric acid? How does sodium react with sulfuric acid? See here what will happen. So metal chloride, what is a metal chloride? Sodium chloride. Therefore sodium chloride, valency 1 and 1, therefore NaCl, and hydrogen will be released. Okay, since hydrogen gas is coming out, so it is H2. So therefore it will be 2HCl. Now chlorine becomes 2, therefore you get 2 NaCl. Here you are getting 2 Na, therefore here you get 2 Na. And when sodium reacts with sulfuric acid, again what is a metal sulfate? So here other rule is what? Metal plus dilute sulfuric acid. When metal plus dilute sulfuric acid, single displacement reaction take place. Therefore you get metal sulfate plus hydrogen. So this rule already we have learnt. Simply apply that and you can get the answer. So sodium is a metal and this is dilute sulfuric acid, therefore metal sulfate. What is a metal sulfate? Sodium sulfate will form. How we can get the formula? Sodium sulfate. Sodium valency 1, sulfate valency 2. Therefore we get Na2SO4 plus that hydrogen gas is released. So if we balance the equation, here you are getting 2 Na. Therefore here it should become 2 Na here. That's it. Similarly for calcium also. So these two reactions take place very vigorously, explosively. But calcium is not as explosive as sodium and potassium. But here also the reaction takes place very vigorously. So calcium plus hydrochloric acid. So what will you get? What is the rule we have learnt? Metal plus dilute hydrochloric acid gives metal chloride plus hydrogen. Therefore here calcium chloride and hydrogen. So what is the formula of calcium chloride? Calcium chloride. So calcium is 2, 1. Therefore you get CaCl2 plus hydrogen. Now we need to balance the equation. So if you put 2 HCl, it is balanced now. Okay, similarly, how calcium reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So what you get, metal sulfate is calcium sulfate, CaSO4 valency, 2 and 2, therefore they get cancelled as 1:1. Therefore formula of calcium sulfate is CaSO4 plus H2. So this is automatically balanced, self-balanced already. So it is not simply mugging up or memorizing the equation and writing it. We should be able to think and get the answer. That is what is real learning is all about. Okay, this is what these highly reactive metals when they react with dilute hydrochloric acid. Now we have to go to medium reactive metals. So they react very moderately, no? They react very moderately. It will not be as vigorous as calcium or as explosive as sodium and potassium. But still the same product. Still the same product. So can you guess now what are the products you will get for magnesium? So when magnesium reacts with magnesium reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, what do you get? Magnesium chloride, MgCl2, because magnesium valency is 2, chloride valency is 1, plus H2, and if you balance you will get 2HCl. And magnesium plus dilute sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So what will you get? Magnesium sulfate, MgSO4. So magnesium valency 2, sulfate valency is also 2. So 1:1, therefore you get MgSO4 and hydrogen gas is liberated. And like this, for zinc also you can write on your own. For iron also you can write on your own. Okay, you try to write yourself. You can try and get the answer. So here when iron reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, you will get a doubt. So iron is having 2 valencies, no? Valency 2 and 3. Therefore, will you get iron 2 chloride or iron 3 chloride? And similarly, when iron reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, you get iron sulfate. So you will get the element of doubt, no, whether iron 2 sulfate will form or iron 3 sulfate will form. So remember, when they react with the dilute acids, lower valency will be predominant. So what are the 2 valencies of iron? 2 and 3. So which is lower? 2 is lower. Since it is reacting with dilute acids, so the lower valency will be predominant. Therefore iron 2 chloride will form. Here iron 2 sulfate will form. See, accordingly you have to write the formula. So what is iron 2 chloride? So iron valency 2, chloride valency 1, therefore FeCl2 plus H2, hydrogen gas is released. And here iron 2 sulfate. See, iron 2 sulfate also 2, therefore we get FeSO4. So it becomes 1 and 1, no? 1 we need not write, plus hydrogen gas. So what is the rule you have to remember? Make a note in your textbook or in your notebook. When metal reacts with dilute acids or metals having variable valencies, no, like iron, when they react with dilute acids, lower valency will be predominant. And that is a basic idea you need to remember. Okay, for zinc you can write on your own. Try yourself. Okay, if you are able to write correctly, that means you have understood the concepts of how acids react with metals. Hope everything is clear to you, and you can write any equation on your own using these ideas. That should be the real learning. Okay, now let's go to with dilute nitric acid. So dilute nitric acid is different from dilute hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Why? Because dilute nitric acid is an oxidizing agent. Therefore here, when after hydrogen is released, that hydrogen will be oxidized by the nitric acid into water. So therefore our purpose of preparing hydrogen may not be possible using dilute nitric acid. However, when manganese and magnesium react with 1% dilute nitric acid, how much? Just 1% dilute nitric acid. It should be as dilute as 1%. Okay, so manganese plus dilute nitric acid. How much? Only 1%. 99% will be water, only 1% will be nitric acid. Only in such solution, what will you get? Manganese nitrate, MnNO3 twice, and hydrogen gas will be released. Suppose the concentration of nitric acid is more than 1%, what will happen? That acts as an oxidizing agent that will oxidize the hydrogen released into water. So this will oxidize, no? This hydrogen will be oxidized to water. Therefore, we won't get hydrogen like in dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sulfuric acid. So this is a very important question. So why dilute nitric acid is reacting with metals very differently? Because nitric acid is a powerful oxidizing agent that will oxidize the hydrogen gas released into water. Therefore, the purpose of preparing hydrogen will be spoilt. So that is why we need to take only 1% dilute nitric acid, only these two metals, no, manganese and magnesium. So the medium reactive metals only react with 1% nitric acid and will release hydrogen. So for magnesium, can you write on your own? Okay, I am telling, can you write on your own? But I am giving the answer for everything. So magnesium nitrate, what you get? Mg valency 2, nitrate valency 1. Therefore, if you interchange, you get MgNO3 twice plus H2. So if the percentage of nitric acid is more than 1, it will become an oxidizing agent that will oxidize the hydrogen into water. Okay, so it is altogether different from dilute nitric, So dilute nitric acid is altogether different from dilute hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, because nitric acid is a powerful oxidizing agent. So that is why only these two metals can react with 1% nitric acid only to release hydrogen gas. Hope you understood this. Everything is clear to you. So thank you very much for watching. If you like it, please click the like button and share it with your friends. Until we meet next time, bye bye.